Hi again then guys, so we've got another Gran Turismo 6 top speed tune for you today, and this time it's for the generic NASCAR that features on Gran Turismo 6. Now for this tune I'm going to be using the number 24 Chevy SS NASCAR, which is the one that most of you guys will have probably won in career mode, but this tune works, as far as I know, exactly the same for any of the muscle cars that feature in the game. So you want your racing soft tyres as usual. For your ride height, we've got 55 front and rear. Springs, we've rounded off to 1675 and 1450. Dampers to 4, anti-roll to 7. Neutral toe and neutral camber to get lots of tyre contact to the road. For the gearbox, we've got an auto setting of 230. And for the individual gears, I don't think I've adjusted the individual gears on this one. And we've got final drive of 2.8. We've got low initial torque to reduce wheel spin, high acceleration and low braking. Obviously you can't upgrade the power, but make sure that you do give it an oil change. And obviously you want your downforce set as low as possible. Traction control is of course turned off. And yeah, so like I said, this tune, as far as I'm aware, should work the same for any of the NASCARs that feature on Gran Turismo 6. Now for those of you who maybe didn't see a little tip video that I made quite a while ago on this channel, you may not be aware that there are actually more NASCARs on Gran Turismo 6 than you think. There are actually some NASCARs which are not available in the dealerships, and the way that you can find these extra NASCARs are to go into the suggested car section of the dealerships instead of the individual dealers, and then click on NASCARs, and you'll find that there are approximately an extra, I think it's around 10 extra NASCARs, and they are slightly older shape NASCARs. I think they're like 2011 shape or 2010, I can't remember the year, but they're slightly older shape NASCAR, and there are some pretty cool designs on some of the older ones as well, like Amp Energy and M&Ms and that kind of stuff. So as far as performance, you have a cruising speed of just over 220. It's about 224, 223, and you've got a little bit of draft potential. Now obviously most people don't use NASCARs for this type of top speed racing, so I haven't really made it to have tons and tons of slipstream potential. So with this particular tune, you probably only get around maybe 235, 240 out of it with draft. But obviously if you need it to do more than that, just extend that final drive by 0.100 or 0.200 or so to give yourself a little bit more draft potential. But obviously being a NASCAR, it copes with being at high speed very well. It handles the curve on Route X very well, maintains pretty much the same speed. And yeah, it's one of the best cars and one of the easiest cars to drive of its power. So I hope you guys find this tune setup helpful. If you did, feel free to subscribe. We put out new tunes every day. And as always, thanks for watching.